Jerry Lewis, born Joseph Levitch on March 16, 1926 in Newark, New Jersey, became one of America's most beloved entertainers, yet his life was defined by contradictions. A child of vaudeville, he was raised amid show business, with a performer father and a pianist mother, and he made his first stage appearance at age 5. He later developed a lip-sync act that foreshadowed modern music videos, revealing early his talent for innovation. Lewis rose to fame in the 1940s and 1950s as part of the legendary comedy duo Martin and Lewis, and later became a pioneering director and filmmaker in his own right. Yet behind the laughter was a private life marked by family conflict, controversy, and unspoken secrets. His career, philanthropy, and personal scandals remain intertwined, creating a legacy that is both dazzling and deeply complicated. From vaudeville to national stardom, Jerry Lewis was born into a family steeped in entertainment. His father, Daniel Levitch, was a vaudeville performer, and his mother, Rachel, played piano for local radio. This environment made his future almost inevitable. By age 5, he was already performing, and as a teenager, he developed a lip-sync act for nightclubs, a concept that anticipated modern music videos. In 1946, he met singer Dean Martin, and together they formed the iconic comedy duo Martin and Lewis. Martin's smooth charm and Lewis's manic energy created a unique and explosive chemistry that captivated audiences across radio, television, stage, and film. Their rise was rapid, and their films, such as My Friend Irma, 1949, At War with the Army, 1950, and Scared Stiff, 1953, made them the highest-paid entertainers in the world at one point. Yet the partnership ended abruptly in 1956 after a decade of success, solo career, and artistic innovation. After the breakup with Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis did not fade. He reinvented himself. He signed a lucrative deal with Paramount Pictures and began writing, directing, and starring in films that showcased his creative vision. His most acclaimed work, The Nutty Professor, 1963, displayed his ability to blend comedy with emotional depth, playing both the nerdy Julius Kelp and the suave Buddy Love. Lewis also revolutionized filmmaking by inventing the video assist system, allowing directors to review takes immediately after filming, a practice now standard in the industry. His fast-paced, elaborate style influenced generations of comedians and directors, from Woody Allen and Jim Carrey to Martin Scorsese. Though American critics often dismissed his later work, Europe, especially France, viewed him as a genius, awarding him honors such as the Legion of Honor. In France, he was compared to Chaplin and Keaton, seen as a master of tone and timing. A humanitarian legacy. Jerry Lewis's public life extended far beyond comedy. Starting in 1966, he became the face of the Muscular Dystrophy Association's annual Labor Day telethon. For over 4 decades, he tirelessly raised funds and awareness, reportedly generating more than $2.5 billion for research. His commitment earned him humanitarian awards, including the Jean Herschild Humanitarian Award from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Yet his relationship with MDA ended in controversy when he stepped down in 2011 amid disputes and public criticism. Still, the impact of his work cannot be understated. He brought attention, money, and hope to families affected by neuromuscular disease. In the public eye, he was the smiling face of charity, but his private life was far more turbulent. The cost of fame, personal relationships. In 1944, Lewis married singer Patty Palmer, born Esther Grace Colonico, an interfaith union that was uncommon at the time. Their marriage began as his career with Dean Martin was ascending. Together they had 6 sons: Gary, born 1945, Scott, 1956, Christopher, 1957, Anthony, 1959, Joseph, 1964, and an adopted son, Ronald, born 1949. Their home appeared to be a classic American family, but behind closed doors, the relationship was strained. Lewis's infidelity became an ongoing pattern. He openly admitted to affairs later in life, including with Hollywood icons like Marilyn Monroe and Marlene Dietrich. Patty eventually filed for divorce in 1980, citing his chronic cheating and out-of-control spending. The divorce finalized in 1983, ending one of the longest celebrity marriages of its era, but leaving a legacy of resentment and emotional distance. Secrets, scandals, and unacknowledged children. The most painful rumors of Lewis's private life centered on a daughter he never acknowledged. While still married to Patty Palmer, he is believed to have fathered a daughter named Susan Minoret, Susan Lewis, in 1952 with Lynn Dixon Kleinman, a former model and showgirl. Susan spent years in poverty and homelessness and later sought legal recognition of her claim. A DNA test reportedly indicated an 88.7% probability of relation to Gary Lewis, suggesting Jerry was likely her father. Yet Lewis never publicly acknowledged her, which deepened public scrutiny and criticism. His pattern of extramarital affairs and secret relationships revealed a man who could charm audiences but struggled to maintain loyalty and emotional honesty in private. A secret romance with a closeted actress. In a surprising revelation late in life, Lewis claimed he had a secret romantic relationship with a famous gay actress of Hollywood's golden era. He never named her outright, but he described her as beautiful, brilliant, and deeply courageous. Someone who had to hide her true identity due to the strict studio system. At the time, homosexuality was taboo, and stars were forced into lavender marriages or remained closeted to protect their careers. Lewis insisted their relationship was not about publicity, but about mutual trust and emotional connection. He described her as a kindred spirit in a town of phonies, and said she trusted him enough to open her life to him. The identity of the actress remains speculative, with names like Tallulah Bankhead, Marlene Dietrich, and Barbara Stanwyck often cited but never confirmed. The emotional complexity behind the comedy. This secret relationship sheds light on a deeper side of Lewis, an emotional sensitivity that contrasted sharply with his public persona. While he built a career on exaggerated facial expressions and slapstick chaos, he also understood the pain of living a double life. He spoke about the emotional burden his lover carried, saying it could have crushed most men. In his view, their bond was not merely romantic, but profoundly human, a safe haven from Hollywood's cruelty. He described their time together as quiet and intimate, conversation, laughter, and companionship, rather than sensational romance. It was a love that existed in private because the world would not accept it. Even if the actress's identity remains unknown, the story underscores the hidden struggles of Hollywood's most iconic figures. Final years and death. In his later years, Jerry Lewis returned to acting in more dramatic roles, including Martin Scorsese's The King of Comedy, 1982, where he played a subdued and introspective character opposite Robert De Niro. His performance proved his range and earned critical praise. Lewis suffered many health issues, including heart disease, diabetes, chronic pain, and prescription drug dependency. He died peacefully at his home in Las Vegas on August 20, 2017, at age 91. The Clark County coroner listed end-stage cardiac disease and peripheral artery disease as causes of death. His body was cremated, and he was remembered by fans and colleagues as both a comedic genius and a deeply complicated man. His death marked the end of an era, one that left behind laughter, innovation, and unresolved family conflict. A controversial legacy of family and wealth. After his death, Lewis's will sparked public outrage and speculation. He left his estate to his second wife, Sandra "Sandy" Pitnick, and their adopted daughter, Danielle. The will explicitly excluded all 6 sons from his first marriage. This decision fueled claims of long-standing family rifts and emotional pain. Gary Lewis, his eldest son, publicly denounced his father, describing him as cruel and distant. The disinheritance added a bitter final chapter to an already strained family story. It highlighted the private side of a man who had built a career on joy but left behind broken relationships and deep emotional scars. In the end, Jerry Lewis's legacy is not only his groundbreaking comedy and humanitarian work, but also the complicated human story behind the laughter. Conclusion: A life of laughter and contradiction. Jerry Lewis remains one of the most influential entertainers in American history, an innovator, humanitarian, and comedic legend. His talent and creativity reshaped film comedy and influenced generations of performers. Yet his personal life reveals a different truth. A man who struggled with relationships, secrecy, and emotional distance. His rumored romance with a gay actress, unacknowledged children, and strained family ties illustrate the darker side of fame in Hollywood's golden age. Lewis's life shows that even those who bring joy to millions can carry private burdens that never leave them. His legacy is therefore a complex blend of brilliance and contradiction, one that continues to fascinate, inspire, and provoke debate.